something. We all want to fit in. Why do I wear these? Why would I wear these? Because I want to block the sun out, right? Because it irritates me. Really? Anybody who wears these is asking for trouble. You're going to have brain damage, eye damage, nervous system damage. You can't block out one of the greatest healers on the planet. It's impossible. Anyways, today we're going to get right to it. In a minute, I got a couple things I want to talk about. But so it's like this. What causes more fear in you? The word cancer or stage 4 inflammation? Which one? Okay, we'll talk about that in a couple minutes. Think about it. So anyways, guess what? There's people that will wear these all day long, and even somebody came in the tent was wearing these. There's no sun in here. That person doesn't realize it, but they're hiding from the world. They're hiding from the world. How do you like it talking to someone with these glasses? You can't see their eyes. How about these glasses where you can actually see my eyes? And these are fluorine lenses, which mean they have the molecule C60 embedded, which means that this will actually heal brain damage and it'll actually reverse eye problems, in which it does. I used to wear glasses. I no longer wear glasses. I no longer wear reading glasses. I went from glasses to reading glasses to wearing nothing. I don't have to. Why would you wear something that's going to block the light out? Oh, I wear sunblock. Oh yeah, and then I wear sunblock here. You know what? It's so easy to program a human being to kill themselves, isn't it? All you had to do was unconditionally love yourself, stand in integrity, but you're not going to be able to do that. Because guess what? The bigger and the more excited you get and the more you fall in love with yourself, the more you're going to scare your family and your friends. And the world will not allow it. Will not allow it. The world will not allow it. Every day somebody comes to me and talks to me about how they are trying so hard, but they are struggling with their friends, their family, and the world. Well, of course, that's what it's all about. 86% of the population has an autoimmune disease, not 1, 2, or 3, yes. Today, if you said to someone, are you healthy? You know what they say? Absolutely. And they can have 2 autoimmune or 3 autoimmune diseases. Do you know what healthy means today? And don't tell me I don't know, because I do know. It means I'm not in the hospital at this current moment, and I'm not in emergency care. That's what that means. When I was younger, when you found someone that had diabetes, you know they had a chronic illness. When they had cancer, it was a chronic illness. When somebody wasn't feeling good, you know, people thought about that. They don't think about it today. There's so many people that are sick that if you're not sick, you don't fit in. How sick is that? How sick is that? You know what we are? Talk sick. We are talk sick. Talk sick. You all talk sick. You talk sick to yourself. You talk sick to everyone else because you want to fit in to a world that talks sick to itself. There's not a corporation out there that's not feeding off someone and selling them off by the pound. And guess what? It's very easy to find human beings, okay, to poison their brothers and sisters or to say, I'm just doing my job, because we'll do anything for funny money. I'm so over it. I'm not angry, not upset. I am going to love this guy and honor this guy. Even if you try to get me to disrespect myself, I'm not going to. I'm going to do what feels good for me. You can call it selfish. And guess what? It's my day. I'm going to play. It's my sandbox. You're not coming in and making it into a kitty litter. Is that okay? If you want to stay low vibrational, it's cool with me. I love you anyway. If you don't want to stand up for yourself, you don't even have to get upset. You don't have to get upset with your friends, your family, and the world. They're not going to change. But you could say this: it doesn't matter if it upsets you. I'm going to love myself anyway. I want you to think about, when you get upset with me, what did I do wrong to you? Oh, I did some stretching exercise. I made a blender drink for myself. I decided not to eat the way you eat. I decided not to talk the way you talk. I decided not to live the way you live, so that I could have an understanding of inner peace with myself, that I could actually start to get to know myself, enjoy myself, like the way it should have been my whole life. I don't need your approval to love myself, and I'm definitely not going to live like you live if you want to live a low vibrational life. I don't care if I'm married to you. I don't care if you're my brother, my sister. It doesn't matter to me anymore. What matters to me the first time in my life is me. I matter. And when I matter, my matter will change. I will never have inflammation and infection to the point that I'm screaming and I need to be drugged out, okay? Or that I'm going to be angry at myself or the world ever again. I'm going to take total responsibility, and I'm also going to take total responsibility on the way that you treat me, the way that you talk to me. And it's not going to happen like that. And understand, I get it. Me and you created a relationship. And in every relationship, we are either pushing each other's love buttons or hate buttons, aren't we? And understand something. I don't know a family that pushes love buttons for each other. They pretend to. Don't tell me you love me unless you let me be me. Don't you dare tell me that you love me unless you let me be me, unless you let me rise, unless you let me find my power, my authentic self. Don't tell me about love. No more crap. No more crap. I'm not compromising with anybody in my family or my friends or the world, because I don't need anybody else's love. I have way beyond unconditional love from that which created the whole universe. No judgment. Is it okay? Oh, wait a minute. I'm not allowed to write that story, right? Oh, yeah. God judges. That's right. I could be going to heaven or hell. Oh, my God. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Really scared. Okay, you can keep that crap. I'm not doing it. That which created the universe, are you like out of your skull? There's trillions of planets with trillions of different beings, trillions of different dimensions. Seriously. Do you think you could maybe expand just a little bit? Do you actually think that when you come down to a life-threatening, fun-filled adventure where they poison the food, the water, the air, your minds, your parents are called adulterated because they're adults and they are adulterated, and once you get here, they love you the best they can, and that really sucks because they're programmed. Is it okay if I don't buy into your bullshit story anymore? I hope so. Now, most people wouldn't talk like this because guess what? They want anybody and everybody to come to their courses and their treatments and their trainings. I don't. If I only have 2 people at my next course, I'm fine with that. And if that doesn't work, I'll go do something else. I'll just go fishing in a lake that has no fish. And I'll just chill out. How's that? I don't know, something about the fishing pole. I don't know. The reality is this. When you love yourself enough, you'll be able to talk and stand up for yourself. No, we almost have 30 people in this room and nobody's ever stood up for themselves yet. You know how you stand up for yourself? People can smell it. They can taste it. They can feel it. Wow, I'm not going to be able to manipulate this person into loving me. I'm not going to be able to manipulate this person to lower their vibration. I'm not going to be able to do that. And meanwhile, everybody in your family is a manipulator. I try to manipulate my family all the time to love themselves. What do you try to manipulate your family for? To forgive you? To think that you're a nice guy? What do you try to get your family to do? You're going to get your family to try to do whatever you've been programmed for. Oh, I feel so guilty about who I am. Really? Nobody even knows that. At least tell everyone how dirty you are, how sinful you are. At least get it out there. Then they'll know why you're suffering. Or you could just get rid of the program. There will be nobody that will ever make me feel guilty ever, 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 ever about anything. I have never done anything in years that would ever intentionally hurt anyone. Am I perfect? No. So should I feel guilt about it, or should I observe what didn't go right and then try to make it better so I can expand my mind, because guilt shuts your mind down. Try to give me guilt, I stay away from you. Try to give me something to think about and grow, I come near you. That's the deal. You got something to say? Hey, you know what? You pushed me to the edge, and I don't know, you tweaked me, and I'm very upset with you. I even think I hate you, Daryl. So then tell me, and let's talk about it. You're allowed to hate me without me hating you or feeling bad about it. I'm not going to say I'm going to get it right all the time, but just remember something. You've never taken a course like this in your life, and I know it. There is no course that brings down the thunder like this and takes you to the edge and says, baby, there's the cliff, there's the fall, let's experience some of it. So then you're like, ah! And then they pull you back and they go, I love you too. Cut the crap. Start loving yourself, standing in your power. It's all about mommy and daddy. They might not even be on the planet, but you're still trying to impress them or trying to help their relationship by marrying somebody like your mother or your father. Why can't you just love yourself and let it all go? End the family curse. Become the family blessing. It's like, it's everything. It's in everything. It's everything. And you know what? It doesn't upset me. It really doesn't. I guarantee you that you guys get upset and I don't get upset. And I believe that I've got a better pulse on what the world really is. So I don't need to get upset. I know the world's never going to change. The world, not meaning the planet physically, but that's the game down here. To lie, to cry, to justify. And there's no justice on this planet. My God, our justice system is a judgment system. Do you want me to open it up? It stinks. God, you know, you're raised in a family that has really bad beliefs, coming from a survival technique, so you have to become a thief and a liar to survive here. Let's say I'm raised in a family that they're thieves and liars. Then what do I have to become? A thief and a liar. And then you're going to get caught, and then you're going to go to jail. So is it fair? No, it's not fair. There's nothing fair about it. But that's the game. Then you're born in a family, okay, that the relationship, that nobody's really close, but they know how to make lots of money. And you pass that belief system on to your children, and no, nothing else is good about their lives, but they know how to make money. And then there's a family where they have poverty thinking, but they've learned about self-love and caring for each other. And it's such a beautiful family, but they have nothing. And then the odd time, like a unicorn, you find a family that believes in self-love and self-care and supporting each other, not judging each other, and they're making tons of money, and they don't believe that that's dirty, and they don't believe in poverty thinking. They believe in abundance on emotional, physical, and financial level. I came from a family that was poverty, like, whoa! And, you know, money was dirty. Money doesn't grow on trees, you know. Okay? All right? That's all gone. It's all gone. My God, do you know how many of you I've played money games with you since you've been here? But you played games with me, and you played games with yourself. Okay, I get it. You can't afford it. You're working on it. Can I get it cheaper? No, you can't. You know, the games never stop. They just never stop with people, do they? Everybody's gaming each other. Well, I don't think people are gaming me. They're just the beliefs they have, they're coming to me. So if I believe somebody was gaming me, it would make me upset. And I used to think that people were gaming me. You know, I can figure everybody out. You do know that, right? You got that by now? So the reality is, if once I figure you out, I love you more. Because I figured out that, you know, you have this belief and you're not aware of these beliefs. And you actually believe that these beliefs that make your personality, you actually believe that's your personality. So what, I should punish you for that? We shouldn't be punishing anyone. We should be sitting people down no matter what they've done, even if they've murdered someone. We should try to get into their heart. Everybody talks about Jesus Christ. Well, that's what Jesus would have done. They wouldn't have hung him. Jesus wouldn't have hung him. Wouldn't have put him up on a cross. Wouldn't have put him in a jail. Would have sat down and talked to them. Oh yeah, you just killed someone. We need to talk about this. It's all about spilling blood here. It's all about torturing ourselves and each other. You don't even know it, but that's the biggest addiction going on. I mean, look, I already asked you guys, what scares you more, the word cancer or the word stage 4 inflammation? Stage 4 inflammation doesn't, because you understand that inflammation is something that we create through our programs and thoughts and what we eat and drink. That's it, nothing else, and who we hang around with. So understand, whether you like it or not, if you've got cancer, you know, that's a death sentence, because that's what they tagged on it. And it's going to be painful. And if you've got cancer, you're going to follow the route. Chemo, radiation, drugs, surgery, lose your hair. My God, even if you did chemo, if you were on our products, you'd never lose your hair. You would never lose your mind. So if you still wanted to do the chemo's still going to do what it wants. But people don't get this. People don't understand there's an evil entity on this planet, and it has orgasms, okay? Creating pain and suffering and spilling blood. I am not a stupid man. The world's not going to change. Majority of the population is going to say, take a knife to me. Cut out all the pieces that are corrupted and sinful in me. But what if you never sinned? Sin means missing the mark. So my definition of sin is missing the mark. Whether you believe it or not, 3/4 of you in here, sin means that you're a sinner. You're going to go to hell for it. You got to repent. And you're going to say, that's not true. I don't feel that way. And I'm going to tell you, yes, you do. You've been programmed even when you think you weren't. You have no idea how happy I am and joyful I am to be me. I have never been attacked so much by people in society in my life that I've been in 6 months. And I've never been more happier. I want to thank them for the confirmation. I have not ripped off anyone or hurt anyone. So I know the shit's still coming for me. Because nobody talks like me. I don't know another practitioner that talks like me. I'm not looking to be anybody's martyr to give up my life, but I'd rather live one more day being me. Because I am being true to my God. Thank you very much. And you go ahead and you be truthful to yours, you little sinners and failures. And you keep thinking that that which created the universe doesn't love you beyond love, and you just missed the whole boat. You actually dumbed down God and made him into an old man with a beard that should have a straitjacket and be on Prozac for the rest of his life. Welcome to your world. I'll send you as much light as I can. Don't tell me what you are and what you aren't. We act like it. I'm not scared to let the world know who I am. I don't want somebody coming and taking a course and going, holy crap. And you know as well as I do, if I went around here right now and we stayed online here, I would say, so, did you think the course was going to be like this? And you know what you would say? Because everybody says the same thing. I had no idea. I could not Who can envision something like this? Actually going in and cracking the coconut open. Can we just, here, hold on. Cracking the coconut open, all right? By the second day, third day, everybody. And most of you have been struggling forever. Please hold on. So most of you have been struggling forever. And you're going to continue to struggle. You know why? You know why? Because you're going to compromise. You're going to compromise yourself all the time. You're going to compromise yourself for love. Isn't it great to be desperate? Isn't it nice? How does it feel? How does it feel when you're desperate for love? Yeah, and you're there a lot. A lot. And you don't have to be. I look at you and I just see something so beautiful, so powerful. I'm telling you. That's where your anxiety comes from. Why doesn't anybody notice my brilliance? Well, because you don't. If you noticed your own brilliance and you sat powerful within that, you wouldn't have all of this frustration with everyone not doing what you need them to do. But your anxiety, you bring it right into the room. And it's not your fault. But you don't know it because you've had it all your life. And you think it's something normal. You think it's a safety mechanism that protects you. No, it rejects you from other people. You're all a part of something so beautiful and so great. And all they have to do is to get you not to recognize that or get you to believe you don't deserve it. This is why you kick the crap out of yourself. You don't allow yourself to stay in a high vibration long enough to actually create a new program. Every time you do this, you know that it's going to be a harder road back, eh? You're using up your chances. You better get that. Stop compromising yourself, and don't compromise yourself for him. Don't compromise when he wants to eat garbage. Because there's a real broken little boy in here. That's a beautiful man, but a broken little boy. And if you want to stay with this broken little boy, being a broken little girl, somebody better find their ovaries. Because you're never going to reach where you want to. It's not going to happen, just letting you know that. Because he doesn't have the tools. Sure, he's here for one whole life coach course, but you know damn well what kind of work it takes. How long can you hold him up? How long can you carry him? How much energy is it going to take for you to get him to fall in love with himself? Well, no, he needs to do that work himself. We already know how well that goes, how hard that is. Nobody can come up against somebody's subconscious and get that subconscious to buy into loving that person. It's, you know, people say that we learn through suffering. I'm not going to learn through suffering anymore. I'm not a moron. I'm a human being, not a doing. And I'm not going to keep repeating it like most people, repeat the same mistakes. All you had to do was fall in love with yourself. Yeah, that's going to scare people. Oh yeah, it's going to scare people. You selfish person, you self-centered person. That's right, I am self-centered. I'm centered in myself for the first time in my life. Is it okay if I try to discover myself? Nobody says anything when you fall madly in love with someone and you use them and you fill up your heart, and then when you do break up, okay, or they leave you or they're not there for you, what happens? You want to kill yourself. you want to die? Yes or no? Please, help me out. Come on. Everybody's just sitting here. I don't see any nodding, nothing. Everybody's just like spellbound, shocked. How do I get out of here? The most important thing that Lori wants to hear from me is that I don't need you, Lori, but I love being with you. There it is. I don't need you, but I love being with you. Because guess what? Do you want somebody that desperately needs you? Remember the first time you fell in love? Guess what? I'd die without you. Now, when you start to get older and you meet this person, they go, I would die without you. When you leave, my heart breaks. How does that make you feel now? And if it makes you feel really good, then guess what? There's no hope for you. There's absolutely no hope for you. There's no hope that you're going to grow, expand. So that means you feed off of other people for sustenance. You're a vampire. You should have worked things out with God a lot earlier and made peace with it, that guess what? You came down to a life-threatening adventure. And guess what? And it turned you into a survivor, which means that you will do things, okay, to survive, which means guess what? You'll do stupid things. And guess what? Everybody does them. And then you'll wake up to the fact that guess what? I don't need to survive, I can thrive. I don't need to be a 3-time cancer survivor. Oh my God. I'm a 3-time cancer survivor. Oh, that's so cool. Let's see if we make the 4th one. Yeah, it's like every time that I get cancer and I can survive it, I'm that much more powerful. Don't tell me people don't talk like that, because they do. I need something that's going to make me stand out and be different. Whoa, did you hear about Martha? She just became a 4-time cancer survivor. Oh my God. Oh. And the crowd roars on. Thank you to ridiculous. Thank you to ridiculous. And then let's all get on and join a blog and talk about how we're survivors. Are you with me yet? I'm not jumping for cancer. I'm not swimming for it. I'm not cutting my hair for it. Because it all goes back to the Rockefellers, Rothschilds. It all goes back to Big Pharma. I would rather have stage 4 inflammation, thank you, because I know I can turn down the burner. I could turn it off if I really want to fall in love with myself. But guess what? You'd have to really fall in love with yourself, because cancer is a hate program that you're trying to kill yourself on a subconscious level, whether you like it or not. How are you guys going to make out? You guys going to make out okay when you leave here and you're trying to love yourself and people are going to think that you're selfish? You know what? Are you going to be okay with that? No, most of you won't. You'll fall off. But you'll come back again. Oh, you'll come back again. Oh, you'll keep coming back here. Oh my God, I just feel so beautiful. I feel so wonderful. And then I go home. I'm not cocky, but I could lose everything on a physical level and still be the most abundant person. It's not being cocky. When you don't fit in, the world tries to threaten you that it's going to take away everything. Can't take away my God. Can't take away my spirit. So what else are you going to do to me? Those are the only 2 things that are important to me. So now what are you going to do? Now we've got a psycho Looney Tune guy. That's me. What are you going to do to me? You can't do shit. There's no better word. You can't do it. You can't do anything to me. Well, they've already tried, haven't they? Happens every day almost. No, I am not going to conform. No, I am not going to dumb myself down. No, I am not going to partake with any system except the solar system. Thank you. I'm not. I found out how to love this planet, and that was by loving myself. And I'm staying there. I don't care how many of you rebel, how many of you think I'm selfish. Don't really care. I'm going to go do this world tour with all the love in my heart for everybody. How much they learn will be up to them. How are you going to get rid of your program that suffering is the way? How are you going to get rid of the program that the more you suffered, the more that you got people's attention? How are you going to do that? You're a beautiful person with a really bad program. It'll kill you, and it'll almost kill everyone who loves you around you. Because you got to dishonor yourself. Because you have to disrespect yourself because you're unworthy because of something you did that you don't even remember. That's what cancer is. It's a hate program. I don't hate myself. That's such BS. I can sit down with any man, any woman, give me 1 hour, and we'll find out the root cause of why they have the cancer. Because cancer is corruption, contamination, and being conflicted. And even if you can't remember why you triggered it, because your subconscious will actually suppress it so you can't see it to protect you. The subconscious is the dumbest part of the body or the smartest part depending on the beliefs in there. Now people out there and people on these platforms are going, what a dumbass he is. And it doesn't matter, does it? Because I can be called a dumbass. I've been called everything. Do you think that you can try to change the world and not get punished for it, Daryl? Nope, I got that one this year. I'm learning. Don't worry, I got it. Then I had to make a decision. My decision is this. Do I keep going? Absolutely. Welcome to the greatest PlayStation game in the world, where I'm going to move to the next level. And that's my business. I'm going to mind my own business. I am eternal, light energy, traveler. And I'm not staying stagnant just because it'll make the rest of you feel comfortable. I'm not talking about you when I say that. You do know that, right? I hope we're at the point now that if I happen to be glancing at someone, it's not about you. Except that was about you. I'm very proud of you that you're still alive. I'm serious, because the program you have, you should have been gone already. So, your spirit is strong. But you cannot let that subconscious lie to you anymore. Okay? God, you are a beautiful goddess, spirit. Can you stop trying to kill her? What? Okay. Pardon? It hurts to hear the truth. No, it doesn't. That's not the truth. It shouldn't be hurting to hear the truth, because guess what? I just told you you're a beautiful goddess. And I'm telling you that the program that you're running was never, ever yours. It just, at a certain time in your life when you were vulnerable, it hit you so hard and came in, and then it was so devastating, whatever that was, and your subconscious says we're going to suppress it and hide it, but it will be the main thing that rules you for the rest of your life. Nothing about this should be hurting. And if you're hurting, that means your subconscious just jumped into the conversation again. And I need you to tell it to take a back seat. Nothing I said should have hurt you. And if it did, you better change this story. Are you done being hurt? That's the cancer. You're always getting hurt. My God, your husband can do something lovely for you and then you still get hurt because it's 3:15. Fuck. Excuse my language. Am I right or wrong? Do you know what would happen to you in your relationship with him if you totally fell in love with you? If you totally fell in love with you? If you totally fell in love with you? He would totally fall in love with you. And he would stay there. You know why? Because now it's safe. It's really hard to live with someone who wants to die. It's really hard to live with someone when they don't know that they're killing themselves. And it's really hard to live with someone, okay, when you don't have the tools. You know what? He felt like he was castrated years ago. It's amazing. But with you not knowing that you were undermining your own health, you're undermining your relationship with him because I'm her protector, supporter. He gave up a long time ago. He's only hiding. Everybody in a relationship where somebody has cancer, because we've been made to believe that there's no cure. I don't like that word. Never like that word. It gets me in trouble all the time. But the reality is there is no cure, but there is a cure. The only cure for anything is unconditional self-love. Actually loving and respecting yourself, self-care and self-love. If you can't get rid of an illness, it's because you're not centered in yourself enough and you haven't put enough energy in it. Emotion, energy and motion. God, I could ask him right now. I'd say, what would be your greatest thing that could ever happen? That my wife loves herself first and foremost, and she cherishes herself. She thinks she's the most beautiful person in the universe. I need that so that I can then take the energy that I have that is being wasted because I can't help her. You know what? He was kidnapped, hogtied. And then you're going, help me, do something. You see the frustration? No relationship can handle that. Every person that has a dis-ease, they're not at ease. They need to go somewhere and leave everybody behind and go on a journey. It takes 3 months to 9 months of intensity. And you cannot be with the people that you got the disease with, no matter how much you think you love them. Oh, you love them, but you just don't love yourself enough, do you? You can't feed off another to think you're going to heal yourself. You know, the biggest thing that a person has a problem with is dying without getting back to their spirit. Why do you think? I am very emotional about this. Why do you think the last 15 years, 20 years is suffering? My God. You know what? You can eat a large pizza at 25, but you can't at 35. You were supposed to grow a little bit. And you keep shoving the shit in. You can't do the same things. You have so much allotment of time. If you don't expand your mind, and you can't expand your mind without self-love, that's the WD-40. The more self-love you do, the more you expand your mind, the more dangerous you are to the systems and to this civilization. There is nothing civil about this civilization. This is not civilization. They can't do anything to me. They think I'm kidding. Come, take it all. Lock me down. I'm not changing. That's the power of having God. That's the real power. Nothing else matters to me, to be connected to my higher self, my higher creator, whatever you want to call it. Call it whatever you want. Doesn't matter, because that created everything doesn't care what you call it, because it doesn't have a personality disorder. First mistake you made was you gave God a personality disorder, whatever that is. Come on in. You don't have to be asked. Don't stand there. You're welcome to any time you want to come in. Don't do that. Don't do it. I don't want anybody lowering their vibration or humbling themselves down in front of me ever again. I want you to raise yourself up in front of me. I don't want you to follow me. I don't want you to believe in me. I want you to believe in yourself. That's it. Nothing else. That's what I demand. Do not believe in me. Do not trust me. Make me earn your trust. Because if you do that, then you can put your subconscious to bed. The sooner that you trust someone, the more dangerous it is. Because your subconscious needs enough information to say, I'll take on this prominent, dominant belief of you wanting to self-love and self-care. But you got to prove it to me. I've never seen this before. This could kill you. This guy's a weirdo. Okay, I have never seen anybody talk like him, walk like him, do like him, and we are not letting him in or anything he believes in. And that's what's going on right now. I don't care. Nobody can take my courses anymore. I'm not going to shut my mouth. Doesn't matter. I'll make enough money to do everything. Why? Because I have faith in myself, and I have faith in the invisible. And my invisible, right, you want to know something? Has never judged me since I got here. It said, good, you got ruled, schooled, and fooled. I wonder how long it's going to take you to totally love yourself and bring your vibration up so that we can have more conversations, Daryl. How does it feel to believe that that which created the universe is angry at you? Now I just want to smoke a joint if I did. I'd have to, just to try to dumb myself down. Seriously. What a moronic thought. I have faith in myself. I don't have faith in the majority of the human beings on this planet. It doesn't mean I don't care for them. It doesn't mean I don't love them. But they don't trust themselves. Until you trust yourself, how can anybody trust you, Dana? How can anybody trust you, Dana? When you don't even trust yourself. I'm not here for the many, I'm here for the few. I get it. I'm not here for a popularity contest. I'm here to make self-love and self-care popular. Do you get that? Oh, did I introduce myself? I'm a light energy being that would like to expand, okay, and win this PlayStation game. Thanks for joining me.